Hi, got a question for you. Why is it that in the year 2009, people still don't know how to order food at a restaurant? I'm not talking about a sit down, open up a menu, take 20 minutes to decide what you want restaurant. I mean a fast food restaurant. People come through all the time. Let me get you an example. Hi there. Thank you for choosing such and such restaurant. How may I help you? Yes, I'd like a number 2. Okay, pause. More often than not, a number indicates a combo. Please understand that when you order a number 1, you're probably going to get fries and a drink with that. Let me explain. Thank you for choosing such and such restaurant. How may I help you? Yes, please, I'd like a number 1. Small, medium, or large fry and drink with that. Oh no, just the sandwich, please. Be courteous when you're paying for your meal. Or just the sandwich, as we've discussed. When you're handing your money to the cashier, please be sure that you actually hand your money to the cashier. If you set it on the counter, it won't just magically get up and walk into the drawer or put itself into the hand of the cashier where they then have to put it in the drawer. You wouldn't probably like it if I just threw your change across the counter at you and said, "There you go, sir, have a great day." Seems pretty rude. It's because it is. So don't do it. Let's face it, cell phones are a staple in everyday life. I'm not sure if I could get by without mine, but the fact of the matter is, if you're going through the drive-thru at your local fast food restaurant, put it away. Make that phone call later. Tell them you'll call them back. It's rude to get on the phone while you're trying to place an order or give your money to the cashier. What would you say if you pulled up to the speaker at a restaurant and one of the employees got on the speaker and said, "Hi, thank you for choosing such and such restaurant. One moment please while I take my own personal phone calls." You'd probably be pretty upset and say that the customer service is garbage and try to get some free food out of it. A lot of people do that. It's not a whole lot better when you finally have placed your order and let's say you get to the window. You weren't on the phone with the speaker, but now whenever they're trying to take your money, you're on the phone, completely ignoring them. Or just handing them the money out the window with your arm out sideways going, "Here you go, there's my money, have it, because I'm on the phone. I'm more important than you are because you work in a restaurant." That's just straight fucked up. In conclusion, cell phones, put them away. We don't want to hear your conversations, and if it's really that much of an emergency, you don't need to be spending time trying to figure out what you want to eat. So, cell phones, just put them away for 2 minutes. Seriously, that's all you need. In a lot of fast food restaurants, there's a confirmation board. These are put in place for a reason. If you know what you want, and it sounds like what they've repeated back to you might be wrong, look at the board. If you can read well enough to be able to order off the menu, you can read the confirmation board. It's the same thing. It's just text instead of pretty pictures. So if it sounds like the total that you're getting from the speaker is completely wrong, or even just far enough off that you think you probably got something you didn't order, check the board. It's on there. If it's not, ask them at the window. Make sure. The person at the window might not be too happy repeating the whole order to you, especially if you've ordered $80 worth of food in the drive-thru. Yeah, it happens. But at least you know that you got the right food, and you don't have to come back and complain that the job that they did was horrible, where it was really your fault because you didn't know how to check the order. For those that know the confirmation board exists and they use it, good. You're taking the first step in the right direction. However, whenever you pull up to the confirmation board, before placing your order, and then you proceed to tell the person taking your order that that's not your order, they already know that. They haven't taken your order yet. "Hi, thank you for choosing such and such restaurant. How may I help you?" "Yes, please, I'd like the number..." "That's not my order." No shit. You haven't ordered yet. Believe it or not, that happens more than you think. Drive-thru speakers work both ways. Duh. Whenever you pull up to the speaker, generally, it'll sound an alarm in the store. When it does so, the employee is prompted to respond. As they do so, it's what's considered on lock. What that means is that you can speak to us without actually having to speak to you, which means that we can listen in a sort of mute fashion as you might be used to with cell phones or other kind of phone, especially if you're in an IT help desk. You know what that mute button does. You use it a lot. Basically, that's what happens with the speaker system. Whenever you pull up to the speaker, we can hear you. You don't necessarily have to be hearing us for us to hear you. So whenever I'm taking an order and it goes something like this, "Yes, I'd like the number 1, please. Small, medium, or large fry and drink with that." "Oh no, just the sandwich, please." "Okay, so you want the such and such sandwich and not the combo, is that right?" Yeah, that's what I said." "Okay, your total's whatever at the next window. Have a great day." At this point, you are still on lock, so I can hear what's going on. And whenever you drive away from the speaker and say, "Man, that guy was an asshole. Did you hear the attitude he gave me?" Yeah, appreciate that, buddy. I totally heard that. So you know what? I'm going to give you an attitude at the window. How do you like them apples? If you don't know what comes on a sandwich, ask. It's not that hard. If you don't know what comes on the sandwich, ask before you order. It makes things easier in the long run. If you order a sandwich that's got some kind of sauce on it and you see the picture and it looks like it probably has some kind of sauce on it, ask what the sauce is if you don't want sauce. Know what comes on your food. Pretty simple. So make sure you know what comes on the sandwich. If you don't want it, let them know before you order it or while you're ordering it. Not after they've already rang it up. This one's pretty common sense. If you want speed and accuracy, know what you want before you get there. If you don't know what you want before you get to where you're going, if you're in a drive-thru, let them know that you need a minute. Don't let this happen to you. Thank you for choosing such and such restaurant. How may I help you? Can I help you today? God, give me a moment, would you? That's another thing that happens a lot more than you think. People will give the speaker attitude because they don't know what they want. If you happen to be dining inside or even taking it to go, but you find yourself in the lobby, make sure that if you don't know what you want, you stand back out of the line. You're holding up everybody behind you, they're getting upset, the employees are waiting for you to make up your mind so they can make up a sandwich. If you don't know what you want when you go inside, just wait. Stand back out of the way, read the menu as well as you can, decide what you want, then proceed to walk up to the counter. If at that point you change your mind, whatever. At least you made the attempt. Here's something else that gets to me. When you go into the lobby of a restaurant, if the furniture moves, okay. If you need to do that to get your group together, whatever. I'm sure that's fine. Most people don't have a problem with that. However, when you leave, put the shit back. Put it back. Put it back where you found it. That's all I'm saying. It's self-explanatory. If somebody comes over to your house and moves your couch to see the TV better, you're probably going to look at them like, well, why in the hell did you do that? But you figure, okay, well, they'll put it back, right? No. They leave. Now you have to put it back. Next time somebody comes into the restaurant that I work at, moves the furniture, and then leaves it that way whenever they take off, I'm going to follow them to their house, walk inside right behind them, move their furniture, rearrange their entire house, and then just walk out. That's what I'm going to do. In summation, and in no particular order, know what you want before you get there. If you don't know what comes on the sandwich, ask. Drive-thru speakers work both ways. Don't be a jerk. Read the confirmation board. The cell phone can wait. Don't just throw your money across the counter. Numbers generally indicate combos. Those usually come with fries and drinks. If you move furniture, put it back. It's easy. You moved it once. You can move it again.